This afternoon, a community is frightened and demanding answers following last night's deadly shooting in a neighborhood in Greensboro.
Officials with North Carolina A&T State University say one student was killed in that shooting, which happened off campus. One other person did die and 4 others were injured. We are bringing you team coverage this evening. WXII's Fort Hatchett is following the community's reaction.
We want to begin, however, with Maria DeBone. She joins us live on Circle Drive, where that shooting occurred. Maria, what have we learned today?
Well, Greensboro police tell us when they arrived here last night, they found 2 people dead. Now, this is off-campus housing, not affiliated with the university, but students we talked with say the gathering was for homecoming.
People that weren't even there for the party was a victim. I mean, this is a senseless act.
19-year-old Kenesha Turner was killed in an off-campus shooting Tuesday night. She was a freshman at NC A&T studying management and business administration. A man was also killed. 4 others who were shot showed up at the hospital, and one of them is in critical condition.
You don't send your children off to college and expect to get that phone call in the middle of the night.
Mayor Nancy Vaughn and Greensboro police addressed how this is the second incident police have responded to during A&T homecoming week. Early Tuesday morning, police were called to break up a large crowd at a party at the Province Apartments. Neither party was a university-sanctioned event.
I know that what's happened the last few days has really disappointed those at North Carolina A&T State University, that they don't want their name blemished by the activities of the last 2 days.
I know that it's homecoming week, and I understand that we all can have fun, and that this is our time to really celebrate. But we also have to remember that we have people at home that love us.
There are no suspects at this time. Police are asking those who were there and know something to come forward.
There were multiple people there last night, so there has got to be someone that knows some information about what happened.
And Chief Biffle said they always have extra patrol during homecoming week, but don't plan to place a curfew at this time. I'm going to send it over to reporter Fort Hatchett, who has more on the student reaction to this. Ford?
Yeah, Maria, you mentioned some of that heightened security and more presence around campus on homecoming week. This is nothing new here in Greensboro, but police leaders saying right now that they expect some of these large gatherings off campus to take place, but nobody wanted this to turn violent or deadly, and unfortunately it has. There have been some videos circling around social media where you can see hundreds of people gathering at parties near campus on Monday and Tuesday night, as Maria alluded to. Several of those videos also show police intervening. Folks you talk with around here say it's just a sad day whenever this community loses people to unnecessary violence, especially when those victims are as young as they are in this particular case. One senior here at A&T told us it's a routine repeating itself far too often. He moved to a different apartment complex this academic year after a similar incident during GHO last year.
There was a shooting in the same week of homecoming, and 2 people died that night. I was watching Ant-Man, and I heard gunshots, and that was right outside my window.
This was last year?
Last year. Same homecoming week. So this is why it may seem a little bit bizarre that I kind of feel this way. It's because it happens, and I don't know why, and it's scary.
And it's obviously very scary, but right now all homecoming events are scheduled as previously planned. Both the mayor and Greensboro police say they need the community's help in coming forward and alerting authorities before gatherings get out of control. Live in Greensboro, Fort Hatchett, WXII 12 News.
A similar shooting happened on Circle Drive 6 years ago. 2 North Carolina A&T State University students were killed at a large party not far from campus. Ahmaud Campbell and Alicia Dodone both died in that shooting. Police say they were bystanders, hit after Lawrence Baird fired shots during a fight. Baird was arrested for the murders nearly 2 years later. He was sentenced to up to 11 years in prison. And Greensboro police are also investigating a shooting that happened on Parker Street less than 20 minutes after the shooting on Circle Drive. Their officers found 1 person shot. The department confirms the shooting is not related to the one on Circle Drive, but police have not released an update on the victim's condition on that shooting.
The local nurse accused of killing